Guys, this is pretty serious stuff here. Okay, I've been getting since my last live stream where I had my opinion on the Rico civil lawsuit. I've had a few comments. Okay, people are saying I might be one of the 50. I'm shitting my pants. Okay, I'm literally scared. Okay, and I need to be held accountable. So, step one, I think, on this, I'm going to call the TBI because I don't want to be in a bunch of people accused of halting an investigation. Okay? I read over the lawsuit, and I'm just going to do step one in hopes, to schmooze this over a little bit, people. To schmooze it over. Okay? So let's give him a call and see what happens. Hi. Hello?
Hello, how are you doing? This is the TBI. You?
Hey, yes, ma'am. I'm calling because I need to apologize. There's been some people that are making a massive lawsuit. Somehow they're making a civil lawsuit, a Rico case, and they're telling all the creators they need to be scared. And I don't know. I get a couple really weird, strange emails lately, and a lot of comments saying that I might be one of the 50. So I don't know what this is about. Apparently, it's a Rico civil lawsuit. I might be one of the 50, and are going to be interfering with a search for a missing child. Did you get all that?
I'm sorry, sir. I think you're referring to the P. Diddy lawsuit, where his ex-lover, Cassie, brought a lawsuit against him and then which led to Rico charges. But in that instance, he settled on the case with Cassie, sir. This has nothing to do with
Ma'am, listen here, ma'am. I don't think you understand the significance of this. These are true crime analysts, pet detectives. Do you realize I made a parody about Dick Tony and his boner? Look, lady, I need to be held accountable for my actions.
No, sir, I was not a...
You weren't aware of his boner. Well, let me tell you about it, okay? Well, Dick Tony, he was doing some media coverage on this missing person event, okay? I believe it was on a TikTok live. And there was alleged allegations of boners, okay? Boners on live. Now, when confronted about said boners, Dick Tony said that people were doing it was a green screen. I can't even figure out how to do that on TikTok yet. But he said there was drones flying around. People were massively haltering his device, and so what I did on that was I made a parody about it. Now I checked the dates and times, and I didn't see any searches or anything. Also, I'm in Florida, so where you guys are located is in Tennessee. So I don't know how I could have altered or hampered the case, especially because I didn't even use the little boy's name in the title. So, but you know what? I need to be held accountable. And there's another thing, okay? One of the plaintiffs, okay, on this thing is Bullhorn Betty, BHB, okay? Now, are you aware of? Let me try to explain this. So there is the Quentin Simon case going on right now. I don't know if you remember that. I know you guys are out of Tennessee. Do you remember the Quentin Simon case by any chance, ma'am?
Ah, yes. The case where the little boy was found in the dumpster. Is that the case where the YouTubers went there and they were told... The sheriff, actually, I saw him make a few public statements on television, and he specifically said that they were hindering the case and they're to monetize only. And he actually made a curfew.
Yes.
Didn't want to get arrested.
Yet now you know why I called you. So yes, in that instance, on that case, that sheriff made a curfew because and listen, those YouTubers were hindering the case. They were taking resources around from the investigation because the guy had to make press statements and all that, and he was very vocal about it. And you're correct, one did get arrested. But here's the thing: I have to be accountable. Okay, I'm making parodies over here. Okay, this is serious stuff. I'm gonna need you to apologize, but you do remember. Okay, so now I'm calling to apologize because one of the plaintiffs like I was saying, BHB. Now you remember her? Yeah, yes, the one with the bad hair. So, ma'am, there was also a case. You're familiar with the Summer Wells case, correct, ma'am?
Yes, sir. I am very familiar with the Summer Wells case, as is in Tennessee. And as far as what you are mentioning in regards to apologizing for any of my men on the field searching for any missing persons, I don't think you've done anything wrong here. But I do remember those characters on the in the case regarding all those cases actually, and especially a woman with I believe blonde hair. I've had so many calls to her.
Really? Oh, yeah. That one was actually in on all those cases. Her name is BHB. She's a plaintiff on this case. That's why I'm trying to apologize. Now, I appreciate you saying that. Me from Florida making parody videos is not investigating with you guys in the field with the missing little boy. But I was just trying to kind of let you remember about these cases. And so you said you had a lot of calls with this lady with the blonde hair. And she does have bad hair as well. But a lot of these people on this lawsuit that I'm looking at, that I asked about the Summer Wells case because everybody is contradicting themselves on what they're stating other people are doing in regards to the missing boy case. Almost everybody as a plaintiff has indirectly contradicted themselves between case to case. I mean, if that's not calling the kettle black. I just wanted to say that, but I'm very sorry about the shampoo bottle and maybe any Chili's mentions or whatnot. But can I just pick your brain real fast while I have you? Are you aware that a lot of these YouTubers have made fraudulent TBI calls in this case? And the hair is very bad, ma'am. If I don't, mention myself.
Yes, we have had many tips from YouTubers in regards to missing persons cases. Somebody actually said that it wasn't the Wuhan lab, but BHB's hair is where COVID started and formed from. But we are actually investigating a lot of these YouTubers because they call and we know that we're watching their lives and we get the fraudulent information, and that itself is actively hurting the investigations. Now, in your question in regards to Summer Wells,
yes.
If you remember, we had an FBI spokesman specifically state multiple times that these fraudulent calls into TBI and we asked for no information from YouTube in regards to these cases. We had people who were monetizing the fact that they were leading their subscribers to call. So I have to ask you, sir, I know you want to apologize. You seem very sincere about this.
Yes.
But have you led your subscribers down one of these conspiracy theories to call in and put pressure on us as we actively are?
Oh, not at all, ma'am. I haven't bashed the parents of any of these cases. You can look over my channel. I always, I think some of these conspiracy theories and picking a side is quite silly. But you won't find any of that on my channel. I just got nervous, okay? I just got a little bit nervous, ma'am. People are leaving comments, and the plaintiffs are aggressively trying to put fear in people. And, it's just a little bit too much, if you will. But I got a little turtle head popped out. But it's okay. It's okay. I really appreciate you, willing to be accepting my apology and be holding myself, accountable for, I guess, these things. Really, really appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. I'll tell you what, I think you're overthinking this a little bit. I don't know if anybody comments on your videos or whatever, but you sound like a good guy. Just, maybe go out to the Waffle House, have a big order of pancakes, and just take it down a notch, sir. And we appreciate the call. And
White Boy, real fast with the outro. Hey, I feel stupid even saying this. Of course, I did not call it the TBI. It is a little quick parody call that I thought up of sporadically in regards to some stuff that I'm seeing on YouTube with this lawsuit. People have been leaving comments. I get some weird emails. So this is my reaction to it. I'm always going to utilize my free speech over here. I'm always going to talk about what I see and what I think needs to be called out. Doesn't mean I'm wrong. Doesn't mean I'm haltering investigations. Doesn't mean any of that. I do want to tell people to like the video, become a member if you can. I'm not going to use a couple rotten comments to say, hey, let's raise money for lawyers. No, not doing that. Never doing that. But also, so use your P's and Q's around the YouTube streets. With other creators and stuff, you know how I feel about that. I kind of stick to myself over here in true crime. But I do want to end it with this, right? With this lawsuit thing, it has made a circus out of missing Sebastian Rogers, and it's sad. That's what happened. However, I do want to say something to the defendants in the case. If I was in your shoes, I would strongly look at like all the plaintiffs, and I would compare, which I was trying to do in the parody. I would compare like what their words and actions were when they were covering missing Summer Wells, because there's a lot of damage in that case, a lot, and literally you have plaintiffs on this thing that did worse, like it's recorded and you can see it. They've done things. Remember, the spokeswoman for TBI came out twice and said, hey, stop with the Facebook and the YouTube people having, coercing their subscribers to call in, because it's haltering and it's, that's what gets in the way of investigations. They publicly said it twice. There was YouTubers, maybe even some as plaintiffs in this thing, calling the TBI on live. So I would do my homework if I was you guys. That's my best advice I could give to you. But I'm always gonna utilize my free speech. That's just what we do over here, guys. But again, y'all be smart. Use your P's and Q's. Be safe. Just a quick one. Smash that like and become a member if you can. Times are tough. If you can't, you can't. It is what it is. But you can hit that like. All right, y'all. Share it out there on your socials. And we'll talk soon. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.